Listen closely because I'm about to flip one of the biggest gardening myths on its head. People think gardening ends in December, but that idea has cost beginners more harvests than pests ever will. December is not the end. December is a critical window, and it closes faster than most gardeners realize. If you wait until spring to plant the crops I'm about to reveal, you're already behind. By the time your soil warms up, the heat will hit too quickly. Your greens will turn bitter. Your roots will stay small, and instead of a full, bushy harvest, you'll get plants that look like they're apologizing. But when you plant now, something magical happens under the soil. The roots settle. They strengthen quietly through winter. And by spring, they explode with growth before the heat arrives. It's like giving your garden a private head start that nobody else sees. For seniors, this means less heavy work later. The plants do the hard part now while you rest. For juniors, this means faster results when everyone else is still waiting for seeds to sprout. Plant now and spring becomes effortless. Wait and spring becomes regret. The cold, sweetened greens. Now let's get into the first category of December champions. These are the greens that don't just tolerate winter, they crave it. They taste better because of it. And if you wait until spring to plant them, you will miss out on the sweetest, most flavorful harvest you could ever grow. Let's start with the truth that most beginners never hear. Cold makes greens sweeter. Frost triggers the plants to pull stored starches up into their leaves and convert them into sugars. This is their natural survival mechanism, and for us, it becomes an advantage. Winter becomes your seasoning. The cold does the flavoring for you. When you plant these greens now, you're not just gardening, you're unlocking their best taste profile. When you plant them in spring instead, they bolt early, turn bitter, and taste like punishment. The first winter superstar is spinach. Spinach in December is nothing like spinach in May. When planted now, spinach builds a strong root system through the cold months, producing thick, sweet leaves at the first touch of spring light. It loves shallow sowing. Scatter the seeds, cover them lightly with soil, and nature handles the rest. If you wait until spring, spinach will rush to flower as soon as the heat kicks in, and you'll lose weeks of possible harvest. Next is kale. People underestimate kale until they taste it after frost. Kale may look tough, but cold softens its flavor and deepens its sweetness. December-planted kale grows slowly through winter and then bursts into full growth as soon as temperatures rise. The trick is to plant it now, not later. Kale started in spring often hits warm weather too soon, leaving you with leathery, bitter leaves. Kale sown now grows leaves that are tender, sweet, and perfect for cooking or salads. Again, the magic is shallow planting. Kale doesn't need deep holes. It means light coverage, consistent moisture, and cold air. Then we have winter density lettuce. This variety was practically designed for December. It's hardy, compact, and produces thick, crisp leaves that feel almost like they were chilled in a fridge. Winter density lettuce becomes richer in flavor as the temperatures drop. If you try to plant lettuce in spring, the sun gets too aggressive too fast, and the taste suffers. But when planted now, the plant takes its time, developing tight, flavorful heads that are ready just when you're craving fresh greens in early spring. A simple sprinkle of seeds and a thin layer of soil is enough. Let's talk about mache, also called corn salad. If you've never grown it, you're about to meet one of winter's best-kept secrets. Mache laughs at cold. It thrives in temperatures that shut down other greens, and the flavor is unbelievable. Plant mache in spring, and you lose its entire personality. Plant it now, and it becomes buttery, nutty, and soft. This crop rewards patience. The colder it gets, the better it tastes. It's also incredibly easy to sow. Just broadcast the seeds lightly over the soil surface and press them in. That's it. If there was ever a beginner-friendly winter crop, it's this one. And then there's arugula. December arugula is a different species from spring arugula in terms of flavor. The cold air transforms arugula from aggressively peppery to lightly spicy with a clean finish. That's why chefs prefer cold season arugula. Plant it in spring, and the warmth makes the leaves tough and overwhelming. Plant it now, and you get a refined, balanced flavor. Arugula also grows fast. Sowing it shallowly means you'll see sprouts quickly, even in the cold weather. And the moment spring sunlight arrives, the plant takes off with energy. So here's the real insider secret. These 5 greens do not reward spring planting. They reward winter planting. They reward gardeners who understand timing. And December is the exact moment they want to go into the soil. Not next week, not when the weather feels better. Now. Shallow sowing is your best friend here. Every single one of these crops prefers a light touch. No deep digging, no complicated tools. Just sprinkle the seeds, cover them gently with soil, and water. That's it. This is why December planting is perfect for seniors who want low-effort gardening and for juniors who want quick success. The work is light and the reward is huge. When spring comes, these greens will already be established. While everyone else is running outside trying to start their gardens, you'll already be harvesting. You'll taste leaves packed with winter sweetness and texture that spring gardeners can only dream of. You'll be ahead of the season, you'll be ahead of the weather, and you'll be ahead of everyone who waited. This is the moment to plant your winter greens, and if you skip it, you'll spend spring wishing you hadn't.
The essential root crops. Root vegetables are the tortoises of the garden. They don't rush, they take their time, quietly building strength beneath the soil. But here's the secret. If you don't plant them in December, they will lose the race entirely. By the time spring arrives, the soil warms, growth accelerates too quickly, and you're left with undersized roots or crops that bolt before you get the full harvest. Winter carrots are the first on the list. Carrots planted now develop deep, sweet roots while the ground is still cool. They store energy slowly and steadily, producing long, crunchy carrots packed with flavor. Planting in spring often produces short, pale roots. December carrots, however, grow slowly and consistently, ready for harvest when other greens are still sprouting. Scatter seeds lightly, cover with a thin layer of soil, and then protect them with mulch. Straw works perfectly. Minimal effort, maximum reward. Parsnips are next. These long, creamy roots need months underground to develop their signature sweetness. Frost enhances their flavor, turning them into a winter dessert in your garden. Plant them now, and by early spring, they'll be full, tender, and ready to eat. Delay until spring, and they'll struggle to reach full size. Like carrots, parsnips appreciate a simple scattering of seeds, lightly covered, and a layer of protective straw. Turnips are your double-duty heroes. Both the roots and leaves are edible. Plant them now, and they'll establish themselves through the cold. By spring, you'll have vibrant leaves for salads and crunchy roots for cooking. They're forgiving, fast-growing, and perfect for beginners. Scatter seeds shallowly, cover with soil, and protect with a mulch layer. Daikon radishes might look exotic, but they are easy and rewarding. Their long roots need time to grow, and December gives them exactly that. Planting now means strong, firm roots by spring, with a mild flavor that becomes sweeter after frost. Cover lightly with soil and straw, water gently, and let the cold do the rest. Finally, rutabagas. These heavy, round roots are slow to mature, making December the perfect month to start them. They need weeks of consistent cold to develop fully. By planting now, you allow the roots to expand underground while you focus on lighter tasks above. Just scatter seeds, cover with soil, add a straw layer, and step back. Come spring, the payoff is enormous. Here's the bottom line. Root crops are patient, but only if you give them a head start. A simple scattering of seeds, shallow coverage, and protective mulch in December translates into massive harvests later. Seniors will appreciate the low-effort routine. Juniors will enjoy watching roots grow silently under the soil, knowing they're winning the gardening game. Do this now, and your spring garden will feel effortless. Wait, and you'll spend months scrambling to catch up.
The last call, slow burners. This is it, the crops that define regret if you hesitate. Hardneck garlic, softneck garlic, shallots, and overwintering onions are the slow burners of the garden. They are the crops that demand patience, but they also reward you more than anything else. And December? December is your very last chance to get them in the ground. Wait until spring, and you'll be left with tiny, disappointing bulbs that barely make the plate. Let's start with hardneck garlic. This garlic thrives in cold soil. Push a clove gently into the dirt now. Cover with soil, add a little mulch, and let it rest through winter. Come spring, roots are already established. Shoots push up confidently, and bulbs develop fully. If you delay until spring, the warm soil stresses the plant, slows root growth, and the bulbs stay small. Seniors will appreciate the ease, minimal bending, minimal effort. Juniors will love seeing green tips emerge early, proof that planting now pays off. Softneck garlic is just as forgiving. It grows best in well-drained soil and mild winter temperatures. Plant each clove with the pointed tip up, cover lightly, and step back. That's it. Come spring, you'll have full, robust bulbs ready to store or cook. Shallots are next. These often get overlooked, but they are the secret weapon for winter planting. Planting in December allows their bulbs to establish under the cold soil, producing clusters that are larger and healthier than anything planted in spring. Just separate the bulbs, plant each one a few centimeters deep, and mulch lightly. Easy for anyone to do, fast to see results in spring. Finally, overwintering onions. These are the last-minute heroes. They require a head start to grow large, strong bulbs. Push each seedling or small set into the soil now, cover with a thin layer of straw, and let winter do the rest. Come spring, shoots will surge upward, leaves will unfurl vibrantly, and bulbs will fatten naturally. The truth is simple. If you miss planting these crops now, you're guaranteed a harvest full of disappointment. If you plant them in December, you're guaranteed a harvest that feels like victory. Minimal effort now equals maximum payoff later. Seniors, juniors, beginners, or seasoned gardeners, these crops are straightforward, forgiving, and totally worth the small push this month. Don't wait. This is your final window. Plant now, and come spring, your bulbs will thank you. Now we shift gears to the crops that give you a head start while the garden outside sleeps. We're talking about indoor starts and hardy herbs that thrive even in December. This is where you pull ahead of everyone else. While your neighbors wait for spring, you'll already have strong, vigorous plants ready to transplant. Let's begin with the outdoor herbs, cilantro and parsley. These herbs love cool conditions and can handle winter if started indoors. Plant seeds in small pots with well-drained soil. Keep them near a sunny window and water gently. By the time spring arrives, you'll have lush, flavorful greens ready for your meals. No store-bought herbs needed. Seniors love how little effort is required, and juniors enjoy watching seedlings emerge quickly under gentle indoor light. Now for the real game changers, indoor starts like broad beans, sweet peas, early cabbage, and early broccoli. These brassicas need time to grow strong before the outside world warms up. Starting them indoors in December means you'll be first in line for spring transplanting. By the time others are just sowing seeds in garden beds, your cabbage and broccoli will already be tall, healthy, and ready to establish themselves outdoors. Broad beans and sweet peas are easy. Fill a container with soil, plant the seeds, and place near bright light.
Water lightly and watch them sprout. Indoor conditions protect them from frost, pests, and wind, giving them a safe environment to grow strong. Cabbage and broccoli require slightly more attention, but reward every second you invest. Plant seeds in trays or small pots, keep them warm and watered, and they'll develop robust root systems over the winter. When spring finally arrives, you simply move them outside and they explode into rapid growth. Indoor seed starting is one of the easiest, most rewarding winter tasks you can do. It's warm, comfortable, and perfect for seniors and juniors. Minimal effort now leads to maximum harvest later. You'll feel like a gardening pro while others are still shivering in their garden beds. Remember, this winter prep is not optional. It's your secret advantage. Start indoors, nurture your seedlings, and win the spring race before it even begins. December is not the end of the gardening season. It's the secret gateway to a massive spring harvest. Every seed you plant now, every clothe you push into the soil, every indoor start you nurture is a small effort with enormous payoff. These last few weeks are your chance to outsmart the calendar, beat the heat, and give your garden a head start that others can only dream of. Think about it. Seniors can plant with minimal strain, letting their roots do the hard work while you relax. Juniors can enjoy fast, visible results, building confidence and excitement for the growing season ahead. The cold sweetened greens, the patient root crops, the slow burn bulbs, and the indoor starts, they all thrive if you act now. Hesitate and you'll face stunted growth, bitter leaves, small bulbs, and the frustration of what could have been. This is your reminder. The window closes fast. December is your last opportunity to secure a lush, productive garden in spring. A little work today means abundant harvests tomorrow. It's not just planting, it's winning the season. If you want to stay ahead of the calendar and never miss another critical planting window, join our community. Hit the subscribe button for the Seniors and Juniors channel. Tap the bell icon so you get notified immediately when new tips, tricks, and planting guides drop. Comment below, which crop are you planting this December? Share your plans and inspire others. Don't wait. Don't hesitate. Plant now and enjoy a spring harvest that feels effortless because you acted while others slept. Every seed you sow is a victory waiting to happen. Let's grow together.